Hey ENFPs, in today's video we're investigating whether you have a motivation problem or not. So a lot of ENFPs come to me and say they have issues with motivation. How do I get motivation to do the things? However, what I've found is when I talk to ENFPs on further investigation, what I notice is you don't actually have a motivation problem. Like when I ask you about what you want to do, you have so many things you want to do. So many things, and the thing is you can't do all of them, dealing with the linearity of time and dealing with having only one continuous stream to go down when you have a million paths you can see and observe. That's quite overwhelming, and so often many ENFPs struggle with decision making, making up their minds, staying motivated and staying consistent in what they do. Now, these are some of the topics that I investigate in the ENFP Handbook, and if you're interested in that, I recommend you check out patreon.com/ericdor. It's available for all my patrons, so if you're an ENFP and you want to understand how you can grow and become better with this, check out the handbook. Now, beyond that, how do you address this tendency in your mind to, just not see one thing, but to see a million things? How do you deal with the fact of staying consistently motivated when everything is possible, and because everything is possible you get overwhelmed, and because of all the possibilities nothing gets done? Well, it's by recognizing and actually embracing the continuity of time. You only have the present moment. This is the only place you have. Where you are right now, what you're doing right now is the only thing that you are doing, understand and recognize and work with the laws of the universe. Understand that the universe works a certain way, has a certain flow of going down, and try to not resist this flow more than necessary. Now recognize when you're in this, your brain's capacity to wander, to see what's possible, to see and create new paths and to make new routes. And also recognize that you have a long life ahead of you. The truth is you have many, many years ahead of you, and what can look like a curved, straight, random path of constant changes and tugs actually makes a lot more sense than what you think. So while your choices right now might seem random, and while it might seem like you're procrastinating on things and you're not doing enough, the truth is you're doing way more than what you think. ENFPs give themselves such a bad and hard time for all the things they don't do. Oh, I should have done the dishes. Oh, I should have cleaned my room. Oh, I should have called my friend. Oh, I should have done this or that. But the truth is, when everything is possible, there's also the guilt of every single path and every single choice you didn't make. While most people live with a state of tunnel vision, only seeing the one thing that they're doing, you see everything you could have done. And so there's a guilt there, a feeling like you're not enough, like you need to split yourself into a million parts to be able to be there for every single friend that needs you, to deal with every single chore that needs to be done, with every single task that's available to you. But the truth is, you only had this one option. One option, one time and one place is the only thing you got. So don't be too hard on yourself for that, and accept the choices that you made in the past. The truth is, we have to move on, and something I found is that ENFPs need to move on more than anyone else. ENFPs get so stuck on the things they should have done or should be doing, and it keeps them from enjoying what is right in front of them, the new possibilities that are right there and that are right in front of you. So recognize as well that if you didn't exist and if you weren't there to make those choices, if you stay in this bubble of being stuck on the past and what you should have done and the projects you should have completed, in the deadlines you should have been able to meet, recognize that that's keeping you from all the things that you could be doing right now. The fact is, some of us are supposed to specialize and dig down and to find something that they will devote the rest of their lives to, but perhaps you're not. Perhaps you're supposed to be free. Perhaps you're supposed to be a changer, a catalyst, a creative, somebody that opens new doors. And perhaps you weren't supposed to finish that project. Perhaps you were only supposed to start that up. Perhaps you were only supposed to learn about it. Perhaps you were only supposed to get experienced about it. The ENFP flow state comes from being able to learn new things. And if something becomes predictable, if something becomes stale, if something becomes boring, it's not for you. And so you're going to have to find and devote yourself to new projects and new possibilities, and you're going to have to learn to pitch the ball forward. And so if you can't finish something, call somebody else and ask them if they want to finish it. Let them know about what new ideas you've had and what new possibilities you've had, and see if they're interested. Hey, maybe they can get the ball from where you got it to the end, and maybe after that you can move on to something else. You're not supposed to, and you don't need to finish everything. And that's a controversial truth, but a necessary one to recognize. And if you do find something that really matters, you're probably going to finish it. So there are going to be a few things in your life. You're going to find that there are a few things in your life that you care about so much that you're going to finish them. And that's, the core essential products to your life. You're going to have a few core essential products in your life that you're going to want to complete, and you're going to accept any form of stress and any form of anxiety and any form of boredom and any form of drowsiness, because you know how important they are to your future and to your future possibilities. If you don't do these projects, you're going to have a lot of closed doors, you're going to have a lot of missed opportunities, and you're going to have a lot of missed dreams. So when you know that something really matters, that's when you finish it. And when you know it probably doesn't matter that much, that's when it's okay to just leave it and let somebody else pick up the slack. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all in the next video.